Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. I'm a speech language pathologist turned homeschool mom to two boys, a first grader and a third grader. And in today's video, I'm going to give an update for how my first graders' school year has gone so far. From weeks 1 up to we're on 32. So let's kind of talk about curriculum, any changes we made, which we did, we made a huge one. So yeah, let's start off with math, which is my little first grader's favorite. The first half of the school year, we used Singapore Dimensions 1A. Here is the workbook, here is the textbook. The textbook teaches the subject, and then the workbook is done for my children independently as best they can. They have to have help with reading, reading words they don't understand, obviously, because this curriculum does use a lot of word problems, which I think is great for teaching real life math. Singapore Dimensions, if you don't know, it's basically how math is taught in the country of Singapore, and Singapore has a very, very high math culture and love it. And my first grader loves this curriculum. He breezed through 1A. Let me give you a quick overview of what 1A had to offer. You can pause the video. I think I've done a video on all that this contains in the past. This is full color. The textbook is full color. The workbook is not full color. I really like how they teach math in Singapore. So does my child, really understands it as well. Halfway through the year, once we're done with 1A, we go on to 1B. Again, textbook and notebook. And as you can tell, my first grader loves math. Now this is the second time I am teaching this curriculum, and we're having a blast with it. Me and my little guy, we start with math every morning after our breakfast, and he just rocks and rolls. I mean, look how many stickers he's got on his little workbook. I'm sorry, textbook. So yeah, there again, textbook and workbook. Going from 1A, I think I said this already, from 1A to 1B is a big jump. And you can tell based on the contents. It's going from 1A goes all numbers 1 through 20, addition and subtraction. This is hitting 1 through 100, addition and subtraction. And for a first grader, that's a big leap in numbers. So my little guy is loving this curriculum, and he is going to finish it, I think, before the school year's even up. I think he's about a week ahead. So yeah, he's just cruising through it. Math comes very, very easily to him. And isn't it interesting how children have their own strengths and weaknesses even from a very young age? Even from a first grader, you can really tell what their strengths are going to be in life and what areas they'll need extra assistance in. I shouldn't have said weaknesses. That was a little, I don't want to say that. I'm just saying things that can be more challenging, things that can be more time consuming. Even from a very young age, you can really start to see their minds really hone in on one area and flourish, and in some other areas, like, oh, you need a little more support, some more scaffolding. But that's one of the reasons why we homeschooled, for that personalized scaffolding from a real human being, not an AI computer device. Oh, and for math, just in case people aren't aware, there is a teacher manual that goes with 1A. I have it in storage, and this is 1B. Teacher manual is great specifically for the answer key for the workbook, because when you hand that child that workbook and then you walk away to teach the other child, or go do dishes, or go fold laundry, or go whatever adult thing you need to do, and you come back and you want to quickly check that work, look, they've got an answer key for the workbook. I use this all the time. Saves me so much time. But like, for example, what I'm showing you now, I just randomly opened it. It's going from 1A goes from 2 workbook pages, and 1B goes to 4 workbook pages. So it's it's kind of a big jump from going from 1A to 1B, so expect that workload to jump. And for some children, it's too overwhelming. And for other children, it's just another day. Now for my first grader's handwriting, I'm covering up his name, but we used Learning Without Tears, letters and numbers for me, yay. And this is a great one. It's not full color, it's black and white, but it's great. We've really enjoyed the Learning Without Tears curriculum, and we will continue to use it in the future. And lastly, for my first graders language arts, I did mention we made a change. So we started out the school year with language, arts, and literature level 1 from The Good and the Beautiful. I think we got up to lesson like 60. And so we made it a ways. And I am all about like going with my child's pace. So the first 3 months going well. And then I started noticing that one lesson was taking 2 or 3 days, and he really was not retaining the information, and the readers were like not clicking at all. So I did an assessment. I looked into a bunch of curriculum, and I'd been thinking about getting this curriculum for him for a while. The price point was, it's a heavy price point, and I should have just in the first place thrown money at the situation to really help my child with his reading skills. So we switched halfway through the school year. I think we switched in January. I think I bought in December and switched in January to All About Reading level 1. He tested between levels 1 and 2. So obviously I just went with level 1, and he has been loving this curriculum. This curriculum was a breath of fresh air for him, because the earlier lessons, he already knew all the information. So it was just like giving him so much confidence, and he loves the hands-on activities that the lessons have. Let me show you like lesson 1. So it has the letters you're learning and their sounds, and you just go letter by letter, like A says ah, M says So you're doing those letters, and then you do have letter tiles. I already have the letter tiles. I have the Montessori letter tiles. So it's funny because they use blue and red, and Montessori does too, but the colors are switched. But I just thought it was funny. So you're sounding out words, you're switching phonemes around, and then these little activities, for some reason, these little hands-on, they're just cutting and gluing activities, but he absolutely loves them. Again, this is level 1, the easiest lesson, but it has in the student consumable, it has all of like the cutout and paste activities that they do. He's loving reading with this curriculum now, and he is up to lesson 39. So he gets a sticker for every lesson he completes. Because I should have started this curriculum way sooner, and because he knows a lot of the concepts, and because I want him to succeed and love reading, the curriculum says to do 20-minute lessons once a day. We've been doing 2 20-minute lessons. I think The Good and the Beautiful was not intensive enough for him in reading, and now it's really, switching has really shown. My 3rd grader did great in The Good and the Beautiful. So it's good for, like everything in life, it's good for some people, it's not good for others. That's every curriculum. That's why we homeschool, to have those child-centered curriculums, because it's not a one-fit-all. We're loving All About Reading level 1, and we will be continuing on with this program in future years. Well, that's everything for my first graders kind of review for the past 31 weeks of school. Yeah, we're very, very near to the end. We're wrapping up curriculum, and I'm just so proud of how my first grader has done this year. Seeing him grow and his little mind flourish has been such a blessing to me. Let me know how your school year has gone. I know I haven't updated in so long. This is so weird to be doing an update, but I finally had some time to sit down, and I've been meaning to do this for so long. So let me know in the comments how your school year has gone for your children and for yourself as the homeschool mom. Let me know in the comments. All right, and with that being said, I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Bye.